Hey, it's Alex, and I'm here with Rob. We're outside Ferguson's, and we're just going to have a little chat about life in Estepona. Hey, Rob, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
He's a good lad.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about yourself. Where were you from originally?
Originally from Canada, moved to the UK/London back in 2002, give or take. On and off in London for a good 20, 25 years, give or take. Lived in New York for a couple of years, and then back to London. And then, now in sunny Estepona since September 2025.
Okay.
So,
And why Estepona and why Spain?
I think having spent that much time in the UK, if I'm being very honest, crap weather, I think takes its toll. And the opportunity at this kind of stage in my life/career to live in an area and in a lifestyle like this, I think was just too good to not at least try for at least a few years.
So you've been here for about a year, and what was the thing that shocked you the most when you moved to Spain? Was there any particular culture shock or something that you had to get used to?
I think there's probably a couple of things. One, and I think you speak about this in one of your videos, the admin, you hear about how bad the admin can be. It is shockingly bureaucratic. I can't actually get my head around how bureaucratic it is.
Yeah.
That's probably one thing. The second thing I think is, so I don't think you have a car. I have a car here. The driving situation is something that's very interesting. The attitude of I will park where I want and do what I want whenever I want, and I don't give a F what anybody else thinks is very interesting to get used to. So I think those are probably like two of the bigger shocks to the system, where it's just like, we just do whatever we want, and if I'm double parked somewhere, I don't really care. I'm going to just do it.
Yeah.
And someone honks, well, tough luck.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what do you love about the Spanish culture and the Spanish way of life?
I think the outdoors element, kind of everybody being outside all the time, the sense of kind of family and the acceptance of kind of like kids/family, and just like this is just part of life, and everybody being together, spending time together outside. I think those are probably the biggest draws for me. That whereas I feel like kind of back in the UK and back in North America to a certain extent, but in the UK anyways, in London anyways, it's not probably in my experience as welcoming.
No.
Certainly on the kid side of things anyways.
No.
Yeah.
You're not the first person to have said that to me, actually, and a lot of people say that, in Spain people tend to make time for living and enjoying life and spending time with family, whereas, especially in London, people are more focused on career and on work and rushing around rather than, stopping and
No, I think that's
time.
right. I think that's right. Just constantly kind of go, and, I had the realization that, that's not kind of where I wanted to be, certainly at this stage of my life anyways, so
Yeah, the Spanish will have a 2-3 hour lunch, won't they, and just take time to relax.
I can't lie, that's probably something else that's also a little bit like, wow, just walking around at lunchtime, just seeing people have glasses of wine and beer and saying, it's great, like, hey. Yeah. But again, I think it's slightly different though. In the UK, I feel like if you did that, you're properly going to be on it. Whereas
that's
here,
a whole other subject. The drinking cultures are different.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Okay, and do you think it's more expensive here in Spain? I mean, London's an expensive place anyway, right?
London's definitely expensive. I won't lie. There have definitely been certain elements that surprised me a little bit, that how kind of expensive it was. Certainly, I think going out to have an average meal / a few drinks were definitely cheaper. But I thought it'd be more cheaper, if that makes sense. I reckon, I don't know if you agree, but I think it's maybe 10-15% cheaper. It depends, maybe 20% cheaper type thing.
Like at the supermarket and
yeah,
kind of places?
yeah. But I don't know why. I thought it was going to be like half the price or something like that. But actually, it's not that much cheaper.
But you say a pint of beer is definitely cheaper, and eating out is cheaper. But when it comes to property and energy and day-to-day groceries, it's cheaper, but not substantially.
No, and again, I think you did cover this in one of your videos. And again, I was a bit surprised because I came here and I was like, yeah. I did a little budget, surprise. And I was like, oh yeah, this will be like half. And I was like, It hasn't turned out to be half. A couple of things have, but not many, if I'm honest. So
No. And do you think you need to speak Spanish around here?
I don't think you need to, but I
Or do you think
definitely
you should speak?
Yes, I do. I think I think everybody should probably at least try.
Yeah.
So surprise, surprise! I'm doing Duolingo. I'm gonna try to. Actually, I'm gonna have a look at one of these Spanish class places that you had recommended in one of your
Okay.
videos. So I am definitely gonna try. My wife is British Spanish, so she speaks fluent Spanish. So I could get stuck in a situation where my children speak Spanish and talk behind my back. So it's like, no, I can't have that. So I need to figure out a way to speak a little bit, or at least get around. So yes, I think it's important to at least try.
All right. What do you miss about the UK in terms? What do you think the UK does better than Spain?
Better. I think certainly, as much as it pains me to say, I think on the bureaucratic side of things, I think they actually are a lot better.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely shocked at the level of pain that I'm going through, just trying to get, as you know, padrons,
The
just the
necessary
regular
paperwork
paperwork
done,
I still haven't been able to open a bank account. And I'm literally just kind of going around in circles. Luckily, it's having a Spanish-speaking partner has helped a lot.
Yeah,
But
that
right now it's
definitely
just,
helps, yeah.
my God, it's just painful. Absolutely
That's
painful.
one good reason to learn Spanish, isn't it?
Well,
At
absolutely.
least get your
Absolutely.
bureaucracy done. That's for sure.
So I think that's definitely one thing. I think probably the other thing that I maybe miss / think, well, certainly London does better, I think, is the quote unquote food scene / like the selection of kind of restaurants and different types of food.
Yeah.
So I won't lie, I miss that a little bit, but not enough to offset.
No. And I mean, Estepona is not too bad. There is
No.
a little selection
Yeah.
of restaurants, but not like you'd find in London or somewhere
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
absolutely right. Okay. Do you think the food is better here
I think
in terms of the quality, the freshness?
Yeah, I think absolutely, and I think an average meal here, certainly if you go out, I think is better. And I think, from a grocery perspective, I feel like also a lot more stuff is you buy what's in season and not just like, in London, I go to Sainsbury's or a Waitrose or wherever, and I can get a watermelon any time of year. And think like that can't be
Yeah.
right. Like, where is this coming from?
Get strawberries whenever you want. Yeah. that
It's,
kind of thing,
it's really weird. Like, so.
yeah.
But yeah, I think in general, I would say I think the food quality is better.
And on the social side, have you found it easy to meet people here, make friends? Or?
Yes and no. I think I'm in a little co-working place, so I have met a few people that way. I think via the school situation as well. Like, I have a young daughter, 3 years old, so she's in school, and I think we've met a few people that way as well. But I think anytime I've done a kind of move now a couple of times. Anytime you do something like this, it takes time.
Yeah.
And it definitely and I think you've touched on so many of your videos. You definitely have to make an effort to kind of put yourself out there. So I'm certainly not concerned yet, but I'm certainly not concerned. But I don't think it's any different than any other place I've been to, other than obviously the language aspect, but which is proving slightly challenging. But there's enough expats I feel like in the area that it's not too bad.
No.
So I think it just takes some time.
Yeah. So, some bigger questions now. Do you feel happier and healthier living in Spain?
$1 million question. Yes, I definitely feel like that my day-to-day life and routine is definitely a healthier way of living, and certainly from a mental perspective as well, just hearing even the sea behind you and just walking this strip, even though, as you know, we've had terrible weather recently.
Yeah.
It's still kind of it's just a calmer, slower pace of life and a more enjoyable, I think, pace of life. So yes.
How has your lifestyle changed since moving here? Is your routine's different here?
In terms of kind of like, well, as you know, with children, like that type of routine of like, okay, get them ready for school, blah, 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 blah. That hasn't necessarily changed, but I think the ability to kind of, it sounds weird to say, but slow down a little bit and spend more quality time in an area or in an environment that is, I think, just more conducive to spending time together.
Yeah.
Whether that's going out for food, whether that's going for a walk on the beach, whatever it may be. Whereas I just feel like, I guess my most recent comparison can only be to London, whereas it's a lot more focused kind of inside-ish activities. as opposed to kind of being outside. And I think it just the sun and the water and the beautiful like trees and plants and stuff like that just makes a massive difference. Makes a huge difference.
What's your favourite thing about Spain? What's the best thing if you had to pick one? And not just the weather.
I think it would have to be the all-encompassing kind of word would probably be the quality of life.
Yeah.
And by that I mean probably, like I said, a bit slower pace. That time that you get, I don't even necessarily know if it's the time that you get back, but it just feels like more quality time with your friends and family.
Yeah.
As opposed to the feeling that I got fairly regularly in London of just, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. Whether that's with or without friends and family, it's just very, not robotic, but just systematic and just like, okay, bang, 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 bang.
There's always like a schedule and you've got to be somewhere and do something.
Yeah.
Okay, last one is the big one. Do you think Spain has changed you fundamentally as a person?
I think it's definitely changed me. Do I think has it fundamentally changed me? I don't think so, but it's definitely changed me. It's definitely forced me to slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
It's definitely forced me to slow down and kind of appreciate and take in my surroundings a bit more. I'm not gonna say anything corny like food tastes better, this, but I appreciate now kind of having maybe like 1 or 2 glasses of wine with dinner or whatever it may be, and not having to be like, okay, time to drink more of this or whatever. It's, just relax and have a nice time and just take it easy.
Yeah. All right, well, it's been great chatting to you.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
No, thank you.
All right, thank you.